And hello, and welcome back for some more Europa Universalis 4 Takeda Clan fun, as we attempt to take over the Shogunate and form Japan ourselves. But that is still a while off at this moment. I'm going to continue playing, drop down range speed. Just taken Tosa from the Shimazu, who we did have a royal marriage with, but not anymore. We're already fabricating a fresh claim in one of their provinces, but I can't attack them until 1500, so... But I might take one or two provinces, I think, when I do. Coalition map mode. I need to check that out quickly. Only -3. Okay, that's not too bad. I can't really afford to spend any money, so I'll just use some admin power on that. Can't get any of this stuff yet. How far off? 903. Yeah, still a while off all that stuff. That's under diplomatic ideas as well, isn't it? It is. How much money am I making? 257. Okay, that's pretty solid, actually. Decadence. What? I've only got 23 gold. What are you talking about? Should I boost that? You know what? I'm going to leave it for the moment. I reckon I can. Is that a bark? Well, send them out to go do some trade stuff. Oh, I'm now in range of the Girin trade map thingamabob, which is just over here. It covers a pretty vast amount of territory, actually. Toast is now caught as well. That's pretty dandy. The Ainu. What are the Ainu? I want to improve relations with the Ainu. Just for shits and gigs, really. Wait a second. No, I'm going to cancel that. What about Korea? Oh, Takasuki, hey. Hey. King Jung. Oh, that could be so funny. Very easily moddable, that one, to make it rather amusing North Korean memes. But we'll hold off on that for the moment. Well, Khmer's not holding much territory anymore, and they're actually at war again. Let me guess, it's just a simple conquest? Yeah. Athayane? Is it Athayane? I'm not sure. Conquest of Turk Khmer. Something's been discovered as well. Let's have a gander. That territory. Okay. Who are they at war with? Byathia and the Iraq Khanate. Okay. Khan Yong Yan First Yahan Nara. I like it. That's right, they still follow the Tengri faith, don't they? Though historically, I'm pretty sure they eventually converted back to, well, so not converted back to, but they converted to, was it Buddhism? Buddhism? I'd have to double check that, I'm not entirely sure. 39, that's going back up slowly. I'm just going to be going to war again with these guys, because I'm a terrible person. I'll probably just take the one province though. Oh, what should I go to? No, I might just go one, because I don't want to be overly aggressive. I'll build up a new fleet for it as well. I'm going to need more money before I can declare war anyway, because I don't really have much. But the key is I've got to get all my troops over before they, before their ships get away. Because once their ships get in the way, I can't really, it's a bit more difficult. I have to build more ships myself, and I'd rather not if I can avoid it. Provincial unrest. Well, we could always give them a little bit of autonomy. How much do I lose? That's alright. Now they're not. I don't mind giving away a bit of autonomy. That's fine, as long as they're not really. As long as they just, you know, it keeps them under control for a while. Because the autonomy does the autonomy go down after a certain amount of time? I forget. I think it does go down after a certain amount of time, but I can't remember how long it does. I'm just gonna like keep it on here to the end of the year, just so I can see what's going on. Let me think. 62. Does have good advantages to it though, so it's alright. Just having a look. Yeah, they went down 0.1%, so it does go down gradually, which is a good thing. So, and then I can get more troops and stuff from them. Okay, so that works out good. Buildings are still really too expensive at the moment for me to consider. Everything's caught as well. A glorious samurai will brush all foes aside, I think. That's what's happening. Now, what can I get the next military? I can get Asian Steppe Cavalry or Samurai Cavalry. I'm getting Samurai Cavalry. I'm in Japan. That's what I'm going to get. Naturally. We get up to 13,392 manpower. Manpower of 285. Supply limit, max attrition. That's all not bad. Fish there. What about the items down here? It's all fish. A bit of Chinaware though. Chinaware can get you a lot of money. The Christians probably aren't far off from arriving as well. Soonish, they will be here. Kutai, Brunei, Majapahit, Sunda, Pasai. That state, I can't remember what it's called though. The little Dutch East India states. How's India going? Notice India can go one of a few ways when I've played EU4. It can either just like stay like as multiple different sort of separated independent states. What just happened? We're at war with Korea. Okay. Or what it can also do is it can form into a big, like a couple massive nations who take control over most of it. Or one of the steppe peoples comes in and annihilates it. Or European power comes in and basically dictates everything there. At the moment, I'm not sure what's really going to happen. It can be a little hard to pick at times. Well, what's that? Oh, that's cool. I love that little, is it a lion? I think it might be a lion. Hindu, so that would mean that they are Theravada, like that type of Buddhism, I think. So we're at war with Korea, so they've made a move in Korea. That's a bit ballsy, especially considering Japan isn't actually fully united yet. Now, I'll gladly serve for the honour, and by gladly serve I mean I'm not going to make too crap holes effort. I shouldn't really be trying to work a claim on the Emperor himself. Let me think. 265, it's going pretty well. My trade's reasonable. Could be better though. More trade post type stuff could probably work. So did they declare war without really having any ships to actually... I think they might have. Wait a second, they did have ships, but their main fleet has been defeated by the looks of things. I think that was a bit of a silly war they've declared. Because if you don't have naval superiority, it's kind of difficult to invade Korea. The only best bet you've got is getting military access from Jianzhou, and then deploying some troops there and then sending them over the border. That would probably work, actually. It's probably what I would do in this case. Jianzhou. What do they think of me anyway? They don't mind me, they think I'm alright. So I'm going to improve relations with them. I've got fairly decent relations with the Ming Dynasty, which I'm hoping will collapse. It might. We'll have to wait and see. Let's bring up the rebel, or the unrest map mode. Sorry, 11.8 unrest, 9.8. A few separatists here and there. 6.8. Lots of separatists around this area. Particulars, separatists, etc., etc., etc. I've actually got to give a good crack of a Ming Dynasty game myself. Even though they're quite big, there is good challenges to playing as them. So I think I'm going to do that. I just love the variety of different terrain you get there as well. You get your jungle down here, you get your farmlands up here, you just desert over there, farmlands, etc. It really is a good mix, and mountains. So China's got a lot of issues. It may not be easy to play as, but then again, it's not easy to invade and conquer as well. 16 regiments. That's quite a few. If at least they got some relations with the Ming Dynasty up, they could have done that. Wait a second, did the Ming Dynasty conquer some territory over here? I think they might have. Okay, that's interesting. Relations with Cochin. Oh, sorry, not Jianzhou. Improve relations with the Urartu Khanate. That's going to be very important. Wait a second, so they're the Nomad group, but yet, they're the Chinese tech group. 6% more expensive. It actually tells you how more expensive it is there. 75. They've got 16 regiments waiting for them as well. So this war's basically a stalemate. Unless, of course, Korea actually manages to land some troops there, which could make things interesting. The thing is, though, is the Emperor does have 17 regiments. I've got 7, and also Shimazu's got 6. Oh, sorry, and Shiba's also got 3. He wouldn't have been much better off attacking the Ainu. That would have been the more prudent choice, because he doesn't really lack... Sorry, he doesn't really have the sufficient military to invade, I would have thought. In my opinion, you should always make sure you've generally always got the advantage. So that might mean you might have a superior tech advantage, even though you might have a balance of troops, or you've got better generals, but always make sure you've got the advantage. Don't just declare war for the sake of declaring war. It's not prudent at all. Which is what the AI has done here. Oh, Nobutu Tora Hara. Wow, my Japanese has been much better than that, considering I studied for a couple of years. Nobutoki Takeda, Nobutora Hara. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Global trade power is 4.6. Power projection of 1. Okay. Okie dokie. Trade efficiency of 20%. Trade range of 230. Inland barriers of 19. 78. Well, I can't really do much because I'm not going to be able to get my troops over there either, because the Korean fleet's just destroying anything the Shogun is throwing at them. Shogun Ieyatsuna, first of Ashikaga. Diplomatic map mode. Well, Korea hates me at the moment, even... Oh, no, it's not really. I did improve my relations with them. A bit. Because it makes sense to get alliances with, like, the Uruk Khanate, potentially Jianzhou. So for in the future, I can hit the Ming Dynasty or Korea or anyone up there, for the most part. Well, Hejaz is over here, isn't it? Is Hejaz listed as a kingdom? A Safir. Sarafate, tribal despotism. Okay, political system where a tribe is controlled by an individual ruler with unlimited power and the ability to exercise any action without consequences or retribution, often ruling through fear. Okay. Curious. Got some sultans over here as well. Sultans of Sind. Part of the Western Aryan group. Rajput is a secondary culture. Is that Delhi over here? Oh, Delhi actually expanded over into Tibet, did that? Well, those mountains were supposed to do the job. Stop them doing that. Arrgh. They're fighting the Timurids though, in the Persian reconquest of Tehran. Is it Tehran or Tehran? I'm not sure. And Ardalan is still being its own little state, Kurdish state. Sheikh Timur I of Ardalan. Okay. Timurids. Wait a second, so none of Timur's descendants are ruling it. It's Edigud. Part of the Uzbek culture also except Persian. I usually find that Timurids pretty much always collapse. Like I've only seen maybe 1 or 2 games where they haven't collapsed myself. And even then though, they're like half the size of what they were at the start of the game, because they do have lots of enemies around. They do stuff pretty strong, but they don't have all the advantages you think they would. And sorry about the lack of action at the moment, but there's not much I can do, because Japan went and declared war in Korea. And I was planning on declaring war in Shimazu myself, but I have to more or less wait until the war's over. So negative 12%. Is it ticking at all? Because every time the Shogun sends a fleet there, it just gets destroyed by the bigger... by their bigger fleet. Oh, they do have 11 ships here, but they've hemmed them in, I think. All they need to do is just get some troops on some transport ships, and then land them there, and they could easily take that island, and there'd be nothing the Shogun could do. Or if he really wanted to, he could just land some troops over here, on this island. What's the most southern island called again? I know you've got Honshu, Kyushu, Hokkaido. I can't remember. I can't remember what all the islands are, and which ones are which. Though I know Hokkaido is the northernmost one, where the Ainu are currently present. What type of states do they rule, actually? I'm kind of curious. They rule... tribal. So, Siberian Clan Council. Technology cost of negative 15 modifier. It does have a good stability cost modifier of 33%, though. That's actually quite decent. Oh, is there any HRA around here? The HRA. I'd love to see if like HRA type like empires could actually, or states, conglomerations, whatever you want to call it, would actually form over in the east. I'm sure you could mod that in. Might be something I might look into in the future. It could be fun. Could be fun. Am I starting to get war exhaustion? A little bit, but not really any at all, to be honest. Pretty moderate. So this is more or less just a crappy war. You need at least 50 Liberty designers to declare war on your overlord while in a war together. Okay. I can't declare war on them at all as well, can I? Nope. I'm going to increase speed, just get this going. Get it done. Because there's not much I can actually do at the moment. Except for improve relations with a few of these other states. The Yeren, the Yeren are vassal to Huxley, aren't they? That's right. They've got no heir. Mao. Part of the Manchu group as well. There's the Cochin Manchu as well, I can't remember. Ooh, Vegiana. They're Horde as well. El Take, no, Chaha, which is like related to like the Mongol. Okay. So like with the Ming Dynasty, 59, Kree is 15, Jianzhao is 80, Red is 82. Which tech group are they? They are also the Chinese tech group. Okay. I would have thought that would have been like, I reckon they should, you know what, I actually reckon they should probably make their own tech group. I'm not sure what you call it, but like maybe East Indies tech group or something like that. But I'm not really sure they had similar militaries at the time. I might be wrong though, to be fair. I'm not terribly familiar with armies of the East Indies back in this particular era. Whereas I'm a bit more familiar with Japan, Korea, China and the various nomadic states up to the north. I've got 192 gold at least. At least I'm making money. Negative 20 against us. I can see this war going for like another 5-10 years quite easily. Enough match with here. I want to see accepted cultures actually. You got your Mongol over here. Like I quite like all the additions of all the various Chinese cultures actually. Because in the past, like you're a bit limited. There's only like a couple cultures, but now there's like what? How many? There's like a dozen, possibly more. I could count them all, but I'm not going to. I suppose there isn't more Mongol actually. And my ruler has died, and I had terrible legitimacy. Or my ruler who's taken over. I have negative stability, I'm gonna have to fix that. Your stability is low, yeah, well, I'll just fix it. Oh man, it's at 100. That'll go up by 44. How old is he? 37, and he's only got the one royal marriage, I believe. Wait a second, do I have a royal marriage with the Shogun himself? I do, and with them. Well, you're 37, you really should have an heir by now. I really want to keep this clan Takeda thing going throughout the whole game. If I can't, I'll just accept it, but... yeah, I did have a pretty weak claim. And I've got an heir. Nobutake. Must admit, it's so much easier with Crusader Kings too, because often you got like multiple like heirs, regardless of what inheritance system you use. So that makes things a bit easier. But in this, sometimes I've just had situations where you have a ruler who's like 60 something, and his heir will be like 57. And then what happens is your ruler dies, and your new ruler takes the throne, and then he passes away like a year or two later without an heir, and then you're kind of screwed. It's just like, arrgh. Who's like, what just happened? I'm only getting 4 off that. Wow, that's really crappy. Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's my national focus on admin tech, because I need to get that up higher. Higher and higher! And the war's still at negative 25, and next to nothing is happening. What is this, bit of a not fun war for anyone? You know what, you go back and start protecting trade again. Got a Nippon? Well, as I said, like, the Koreans have made the effort to land any troops, and Japan can't because they don't have enough ships. This war will go on for a while, I think. How many naval ships does it have? Navies. Not many. Let's go to country overview. How much money does the Shogun have? So he's got 42. He's making 9 income a month. This is actually not bad. Manpower's alright. What about Korea then, I guess? 984, 16. Only 16 in the treasury though. But he's making 984 income. Manpower of 16,000. Oh, what's going on here? Japan will end their lordship over Shimazu. Japan will... what? But I was going to attack them because I'm a jerk. Okay, so Shimazu is now independent. I don't think I was going to attack them and take their territory, so this is kind of annoying. Oh, okay. How am I going to tackle this? Because they've got much more troops. I think I'm going to have to shaft my ally over here. I don't think I have much choice in that matter. You have to take Dewa. And this needs to get colonized. So if I can get this colonized, that means more troops. I'm going to increase speed. I'll take the inflation for the moment. Don't really want to, but I will. I don't have a general, do I? So I'm gonna build one. Recruit a general. Yeah, they're alright. I've seen better though. So that'll make me more powerful. What's gonna happen then is the Emperor's probably just gonna attack them unless they can get a good alliance with someone. If I was Shimazu, I'd try to get an alliance with Korea, because that would probably protect them from getting conquered. Sorry if I'm flying through this a bit at the moment, but I'm just trying to get things done. How much tech stuff do I need? 873. Okay. 1506. Well, if I conquer the Dewa, that'll give me another province in my pocket, but then the Emperor's probably going to attack this and get more powerful himself. Okay, I'm going to break that royal tie. And they're going to hate me now for that as well. Recruit me a couple mercenary regiments. It'll be worth it in the long run. It'll just give me that little bit of an edge that I don't really need. But it'll help to make sure of it. They hate me now. I'm going to decline that. Because I'm about to declare war and basically stab them in the back. Slow down the speed. It should be a pretty comprehensive victory. I can't see it being anything else. Didn't actually realise they didn't have the alliance anymore. They now have me. They feel very defensive. Gotta wait till March 2nd, or March 2. Second of March. Wait a second, which is more? 75%? 50%. That's less aggressive, so I'm just going to use Sengoku. Split off them, and attack them. 1st of April, when are we going to catch them? 22nd of March. I'm going to catch them pretty comfortably. I did have to cross a river though. Yoshiatsu, Ichijo. Let's follow them. I want them finished off. Or are they going for Hitachi? I'm not sure. Yeah, that was a pretty easy victory. Let's send them back up here. Probably get rid of those mercs as well, I guess. Yep, okay. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to get rid of those mercenaries right away. Damn you, Japan, you screwed over my plans for bloody the Shimizu. Oh, you terrible person. No, don't move them all. Keep some of them there. Some of them there. Get rid of these soldiers. Don't need them anymore. Making money again now. Money! Siege won't last too long. Like, it will probably go for a bit, but it won't be too long. I would imagine. What does the Emperor think of me? The Shogun. Keep calling him the Emperor. He's the Shogun, isn't he? Rules pretty much half Japan himself. Do they have any alliances yet? I'd get alliance spells you, buddy. No, wait a second. They've got a truce with Korea, though, so that might be working against them. Interesting. Got the walls down here. Oh, for the Shinto faith. Yes, yes. Do like the Shinto faith. It's pretty cute. Confucian mostly over there. Theravada. Animist. Hindu. Sunni. Tengri. Shamanist. There's a lot of them. And the siege is nearly over here. It's not going to last too much longer. Glorious Takeda clan continues to expand. There's also a disease outbreak. Well, that's not good. Yeah, I need as much legitimacy as I can get at the moment. I've got crap all. The siege is nearly done. It's done, and that is the war won, I believe. Yeah, gonna annex it. They're my long-time ally, but now it's my long-time province. How much do I have to core? Only 65. That's actually not too bad in costs. I'm also gonna give them some autonomy, just to get them under control. And yes, that'll do. Quite nicely. Let's continue to play. Might as well fabricate another claim on them. Them in their territory. I'm going to need it eventually. Now, how much manpower can I actually produce now? 8 regiments. That's not too bad. So I might as well get another one. Not far off being able to colonise this place as well. That's got base tax at 2, doesn't it? Wait a second. Sakam's probably the better place to, because it's got more development. Grasslands, base tax, okay. How much has that got actually? It's got 9 development, base manpower of 3, base production of 3, base tax of... I can't actually remember how you're supposed to actually improve all your development, all your base tax and base production and base manpower. I think you maybe need one of the expansions for it, which I don't have, I believe. Can't remember which one it was though. Though I did see the new expansion the other day, the trailer for it. It looks pretty cool, mate. Cossacks. That sounds pretty fun. I generally only ever play from... I don't usually play at all other starts of the game. I pretty much only ever play from the 1440... Is it 1444 start in this game? Or something like that. Round about there. I usually only start from the earliest date possible. I don't usually start a later date, but I might make a special exception if I can play as Zaporozhye. Is that how you pronounce it? Cossacks. Yeah, the same in Crusader Kings 2. The latest I'll start a game is 1066, and a lot of the time I'll start from the old gods or Charlemagne start anyway. Is that being caught over here? Yeah, still, yeah, it's taking its time though. Just checking the chair. 270. Oh yes, I'll take that. You can only get militaries. Oh, I can now build a shipyard. Oh, nice one, bro. 5, 6, and 6. Okay. That's going up very slowly. Core construction. How long that is actually cored, I wonder? Oh, end of the year. Okay. Well, it's coring up relatively steadily. So problem is the Emperor can... Oh, sorry, the Shogun. I keep saying the Emperor. No, the Shogun can get 17 regiments, whereas I can only get like an 8 maximum at the moment. See, like, if we were to go to war, he would win pretty comfortably. Like, it wouldn't even be up for debate, really. Fine, we still have the same military tech, though. All our tech levels are completely the same, actually. So, get new military, and get now samurai cavalry. Samurai cavalry! Urgh. Samurai cavalry are pretty cute. That'd give me a slight advantage over him until he got his stuff up there as well. But anyway, that'll probably do for the moment. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you've got something funny to say, you know, or give me some advice about what I should do here, that's also welcome. And as always, bye.